Hi everyone. It is rainy and cloudy and cold, and when that happens, I just want to snuggle. I got this blanket at Costco a few months ago, maybe last school year, so in 2008, and it is the warmest, most buttery blanket in the world, and I just want to snuggle and not leave my home. However, I did an Instagram story about your stinking thinking, and then I thought, I want to share it with my Facebook people as well in order to just get this awareness out there. I'm not sure how many people know about stinking thinking. Hi. I'm not sure how many people are aware about stinking thinking and the fact that they can change their thoughts and therefore change their lives. So I wanted to share this with everyone, and you can cozy with me. You can come hang out with me. Pretend you're hanging out with me with my butter blanket, and you can just chill. So this is what I shared. I've been doing this for about 15 years. I've been changing my thoughts on purpose since I was probably 24, 25. I'm 37 now, so 12 years for sure I've been doing this. And this is what I did. So right now, if you were to look around my apartment, see, I picked a strategic location. I'm sitting on my couch, nothing behind me. You just saw a blanket and that's it. If I were to swivel my phone around, my whole apartment is cluttered with things because I'm doing spring cleaning, but it's not spring, so I'm doing fall cleaning? Winter cleaning. It's actually the KonMari or the Marie Kondo method that I saw on Netflix. And a lot of people, some people make fun of it, and some people are like, oh, it's just a fad. I don't want to follow this. Well, when I watched it, I was like, no, this is legit. This is seriously legit. I am not a minimalist, but I know the value of lesser things or having less things. It actually makes your life way more simple. And so, you want to see? All right. If you want to see, I actually have to move this contraption. Okay. That's all good, Will. My shoes are not. That's some photography equipment I'm getting rid of. I mean, let's just be real, people. More clutter, boxes. Oh, did you see my groceries that I haven't put away? So it's a mix of all the things, right? And so let's be real. Life is not perfect and clean and put together ever. And people who say it's all put together and perfect are liars. They are liars, and you should call them liar McFibbers, Fibber McFibbersons, because they're just lying. It's not true. Unless you're extremely clean and that's your gift. You know how to be that clean. So when it comes to life, and it comes, my phone's off now, but when it comes to life and it comes to some of the thoughts that we think, before we can recognize the negative things or the thoughts that give us the disadvantage in life, before we can even recognize what that is, you have to pull everything out of the closet. I was not able to pull everything out of my closet, literally. I still have junk everywhere. It's because I can only do the decluttering Marie Kondo method on the weekends, and I can only pull out a little bit at a time. But you don't know what you have, and you don't know what to clean, and you don't know what to declutter and what to acknowledge until you pull everything out and do some spring cleaning. So it gets messy before it gets clean. I have a 50 cents composition book. Okay, you do not need to buy a journal for $50 and then make that an excuse as to why you can't journal and recognize yourself. You do need a quiet time, I think, in order to stop your thoughts, stop everyone around you. I wake up at 5 a.m. sometimes just for a quick, and not every day, but just to give myself some quiet time, because I think Earth and the world is still sleeping, and so it's easier to think for myself. I personally believe in God. I personally am Christian with broad views about spirituality, but I wake up with God and I start journaling. Of course I use all the pretty colors because I'm I have to have all the rainbow colors. And so use a composition book or a piece of paper or something and start being aware. And I personally sometimes ask God to help me for clarity. And I start thinking about what are the things that I think about myself that are stinking thinking, or things that are not helping me. They're not moving me forward. They're not benefiting me. For example, hi Sassy. For example, some stinking thinkings, some thoughts would be like, I'm not good enough. I'm not influential enough. No one's gonna listen to me. This thing is not happening. Or, like no one likes me, or I'm just not good at this. So let's be real though. Let me give you a stinking, or do you have stinking thinkings right now? Put it in the comments and tell me what it is, and then we'll talk about it. Ooh, I dare you. My stinking thinking. Oh, I didn't prepare for one. My stinking thinking is this. I got it. I'm fat. I'm just fat. Like, I've always been chunkers, right? Like, I've always been chubby, and there's a spectrum. There is a continuum of size, right? But if you were to get a personal trainer and do a BMI index thing on me and weigh me, I am on the overweight to obese scale. So if you were to use a control setting and say, like, where is she at? I'm in obese. So, to each their own. Like, the different cultures like it, right? Like the Hispanic culture, they're like, we like that thickness. The African American culture is like, we like that thickness. My Asian culture, because I'm Korean, is like, dude, you are fat, you're huge, you're big, right? So I've had to learn how to come to my own belief system about, sorry, I have a lighting thing and it makes my nose disappear. But I had to come to my own conclusions about myself and food and thickness and like where I'm at with my body type. Like, I do not have a model body. I have a plus size model body, but even that I don't, because it's lumpy all over the place. So one of my stinking thinkings, to be very honest right now, is because I am chubby, or because I don't have a flat stomach and my derriere, my back end is not round like an apple, I am less than. I'm not beautiful, and I don't feel good about myself. Those are thoughts that we make conclusions about ourselves. And so it would be something that I would put in my little 50 cents journal and say, hey, is that really true? I think it's important to acknowledge the things that we say that hinder who we are. And so not only do you pull everything out of your closet or pull out your stinking thoughts, but then you have to replace it with something else. So instead of saying like, oh, because I'm not a certain body type, this is what I'm going to say. I'm really thankful that my body functions in a healthy way. I'm really thankful that I have meat on my bones. I am thankful for all that my body goes through and puts up with me, and I am able, and I'm able-bodied, and I'm functioning, and I can do good work with this body. I am lucky that I'm healthy and alive and that I'm doing well. And so that's an example of how the same exact thing of I have this body, I can either talk about all the negative things and put myself down as a result of that, and be self-conscious and not like myself and make conclusions like, oh, I can't have this opportunity because this body holds me back. Or I can change my thoughts, which changes your life. And I can say, actually, I have a good body. It's healthy. I'm thriving with it. And I can do these things. So just wanted to point out that in this series of learning about yourself and about, thank you for your comment, Ceci. And in growing who we are as people, if you're stuck and embarrassed and self-conscious about something, yes, sometimes it's a personality trait, but also it could be your thoughts. And so I challenge you, my challenge for you today is, do you always think negatively about yourself, about your opportunities, about life? And you need to reset yourself with some positive, intentions. Like, you have to do it on purpose. You have to on purpose find your negative thoughts, change them for the better, and see how they positively implement in your life. This works. I've been doing it for 12 to 15 years. It works. Your confidence goes up, your capabilities go up, and you just start loving yourself. If you don't love yourself, who's gonna love you? Your parents? Your siblings? Your spouse? They can, but when you're all alone by yourself, who's gonna love you? Like, God loves you, I already know that. But what if you don't love yourself, then how will you help others love themselves, or how will you move forward from that? So this is one of the first steps in growing your self-confidence and growing your self-esteem. If you found value in this, or if you think someone needs to hear this introductory video about self-esteem and self-development and how to grow your self-esteem, tag them. Tag and put replay, and then I'll comment back with them, and they can start getting to know themselves and start changing your thoughts. You change your thoughts, you change your life. I just wanted to share that tip with you guys. Have a good evening. Stay warm for those with the Arctic freeze. Over here, it's chilly. That's it. Have a beautiful Sunday, and I love you guys. Bye.